90% of men don't do this. Women love it. Do it now. Stoic life lessons, old Stoic wisdom. The way to love anything is to realize that it might be lost. Swing Gilbert K. Chesterton. Have you ever wondered if there's a hidden language in relationships? A subtle yet powerful communication that, when understood, can completely change the way you connect with women. Welcome to Stoicism Win. Today, I'm revealing 7 secrets that older women secretly desire but rarely express. This is more than just another conversation. It's an insightful dive into the intricacies of female psychology, where you'll uncover the truths that make their hearts beat faster. Picture this. Imagine being able to tune into her unspoken thoughts, to understand her deepest desires, and know exactly what makes her feel valued. It may seem out of reach, but I assure you it's within your grasp. You see, there are certain things women crave in a relationship that are often hidden beneath the surface. Once you learn how to recognize these, your connections will become far more profound, intimate, and lasting. Think about it. You're on a date. The chemistry seems good, but there's a nagging feeling that something's just not quite right. What if I told you that by understanding these desires, you could make that next step, the one that makes her think about you all the time, with no effort on your part? Doesn't that sound like a game changer? But here's the reality check. If you don't know these secrets, you risk losing the opportunity to form that deep, meaningful bond. You could become just another face in the crowd, or worse, someone she quickly forgets when another man comes along who truly understands how to make her feel seen, heard, and valued. That's why it's crucial to stay with me until the end. What I'm about to reveal could be the difference between being a fleeting memory and becoming the man she can't stop thinking about. And as a bonus, I'll share the most powerful secret at the end, the one that will make any woman completely captivated by you. But before we jump in, do me a favor. If you're serious about unlocking these powerful secrets and becoming the irresistible man you are meant to be, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you won't miss any of our life-changing content. First secret, the power of touch before intimacy. In the realm of dating and relationships, there's a secret many men fail to realize, yet it holds tremendous value for women: the power of touch before intimacy. Reflect on your own experiences. How many times have you been on a date that felt right, but something was missing? Even though the conversation was flowing smoothly, there was an underlying sense that the connection wasn't as deep as it could be. Often, the missing ingredient is something as simple as a thoughtful, intimate gesture. Women, even if they don't always voice it, cherish the tenderness of a gentle touch or massage before any physical intimacy. It's more than just a moment to relax. It's an expression of care and connection. Why is this so significant? For women, emotional intimacy is just as essential, if not more, than the physical connection that follows. A simple massage or a gentle touch isn't just about easing muscle tension. It serves as a non-verbal message that says, "I care about you." It's an act of kindness, an intentional gesture that communicates your respect, your desire to make her feel safe, and most importantly, seen. These small moments hold enormous power as they foster trust and emotional connection in ways words alone cannot. This is the kind of wisdom that the Stoic philosophers, such as Marcus Aurelius, understood well. They emphasized the importance of actions over words, of being present in the moment rather than getting lost in excessive thought. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one, Marcus Aurelius advised. The same applies here. Don't overthink the gesture of touch. Simply be present and genuine in your actions. The value lies not in performing the act mechanically, but in understanding the deeper meaning behind it. When you offer a massage or a tender touch, it's not about going through the motions. It's about tuning into her energy and responding to it. Pay attention to her reactions, listen to her breathing, and adjust your touch accordingly. In doing so, you engage in a form of silent communication, a conversation of the body that goes beyond words. In modern relationships, Where distractions and superficial connections are common, this wisdom can set you apart. It's not just about the physical, it's about fostering an emotional bond that feels safe, real, and meaningful. As you approach the woman in your life, remember that a simple act of touch, done with attention and care, can deepen your bond in ways you may never have anticipated. It's a powerful tool that most men overlook, but women love it when it's done with sincerity and purpose. In the end, it's about being the kind of man who understands that true intimacy starts long before the physical connection. It begins with how you make her feel emotionally seen and respected. And this, in essence, is the art of connection. Second secret: master the art of flirting with respect. Too many men make the mistake of believing that women don't enjoy flirting. Let me tell you right now, this is a colossal misunderstanding. Women love being flirted with, but the way you do it is everything. It must be done with subtlety, with class, and above all, with a profound respect for her as a person. Flirting is not a crude or shallow game. It is a delicate art, a sophisticated dance of attraction where every move must be deliberate and thoughtful. Think of it as chess. Each piece you move has a purpose, and you must have a strategy in mind for every move. The goal isn't to dominate or overwhelm, but to make her feel truly desired, not objectified. To do so, you must strike a balance, showing your genuine interest while maintaining an aura of mystery, a sense of something she hasn't quite figured out yet. This mystery, this allure, is one of the strongest tools in attraction. It fuels her curiosity and keeps her wanting to know more about you. Key to this strategy: no cheesy pickup lines, no pretending to be someone you're not. Instead, focus on being authentic. Use humor, wit, and simple yet heartfelt compliments. Make her smile without putting pressure on her, without making her feel uncomfortable. Women can tell when your interest is genuine, and they can sense when you're just trying to win them over. You want to create an emotional connection, a bond that makes her feel respected, valued, and safe in your presence. This kind of subtle flirtation doesn't overwhelm or rush her. Instead, it draws her in gently, creating an emotional rhythm that both of you can dance to. Remember, attraction grows in the space between words, in the moments of shared laughter, in that subtle but powerful look you give her when she least expects it. This is the power of respectful flirtation. Now, don't let this moment slip by. Remember this lesson. Respect, subtlety, and genuine interest are the tools that will set you apart from 99% of men out there. As Marcus Aurelius once said, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. The more you learn and apply this, the more you'll begin to master the art of attraction in a way that speaks volumes about your character and your respect for women. Don't wait. Start practicing this art today and watch as your relationships deepen and your confidence soars. Hit the like button if you're ready to make this change. Drop a comment with your thoughts on this powerful tool. If you're serious about mastering relationships and living a life of strength and respect, subscribe now and let's dive deeper together. Third secret: the power of touching her hair. Women love it, yet so few men actually do it in a way that makes a real impact. I'm talking about the power of a simple yet profound gesture: touching her hair. It might seem like a small action, but there's a lot more to it than you may think. You see, the scalp is an incredibly sensitive area, teeming with nerve endings that respond to the gentlest touch. When a man brushes his fingers through a woman's hair, it's not just a physical motion, it's a deliberate act that sparks a cascade of sensations, often beyond what she consciously perceives. But here's the thing: very few men know how to do this in a way that truly leaves an impact. They rush through it or treat it as just another action. However, a Stoic approach teaches us to slow down and appreciate the power of the present moment, allowing each small action to resonate with meaning and intention. It's not about force or trying to make an impression. It's about being in tune with the moment, letting your touch convey something deeper. As the great philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." And in the same way, the simple act of touching her hair, done with care and patience, speaks volumes without uttering a single word. It's about understanding that these small, intimate moments, like touching her hair, are where true connection lies, not in grand gestures or quick fixes. So, the next time you're in her presence, take the time to gently caress her hair, feel the connection and let it build naturally. This is an example of how the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, of patience, mindfulness and intentionality, can be applied to relationships. Don't rush through the moments that matter. Instead, savor them and watch how the impact of your touch speaks louder than words. What do you think about this simple yet powerful action? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let us know how this resonates with you. Fourth secret, a simple hand on her back. In the maze of modern relationships, there's a simple yet powerful gesture that stands out: a hand on her back in public. To many, it might appear to be nothing more than a casual touch, a fleeting interaction in the hustle and bustle of daily life. However, if you look deeper, you'll realize this seemingly insignificant act carries immense meaning. It transcends the physical contact, speaking volumes about your commitment to her. It tells the world that you're proud to be with her, that you see her, and that you're there to protect her. It's a sign of emotional security, letting her know that no matter where you are or what the world throws at you both, you stand together, unwavering. When you place your hand on her back, you're not just offering comfort, you're offering the subtle but powerful assurance that you're a constant in her life, a pillar of strength and trust. Women instinctively value emotional security, and this simple gesture provides that she knows, in that moment, she is cherished and supported. It speaks to a deeper need for connection and reassurance that modern life often overlooks in favor of flashy displays or more overt gestures. By taking a step back to embrace the power of something so small yet meaningful, you show her that you're grounded not only in who you are as a man, but in the relationship you're building with her. In today's fast-paced world, where people are constantly distracted, it's easy to forget the profound impact such small acts can have on the emotional fabric of a relationship. So, when you're out in public, don't underestimate the strength of the simple yet powerful gesture. Your hand on her back isn't just about proximity, it's a reminder to her that she is loved, respected, and safe. In a time when so many men overlook these quiet signs of affection, your attentiveness and commitment to such small details will set you apart, making her feel like she's the most important person in your world. Fifth secret, showing protection in difficult situations. To truly capture the essence of what women long for, it is not about grand gestures or bold promises. The secret that 99% of men overlook, yet women deeply crave, is simple. Show protection in difficult situations. It is not the power of brute force or boastful words that make a man stand out in her eyes. It is the quiet strength, the calm authority that manifests when you stand by her in moments of uncertainty. When the world seems chaotic, when others show rudeness or disrespect towards her, your ability to step in and shield her from harm, not through shouting or confrontation, but through your solid presence, makes all the difference. It is in the little things, in the moments when you stand by her side during uncomfortable conversations or give her reassurance without saying a word, that you show her that she is valued. As the great Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." Protecting her dignity and showing unwavering support not only builds her trust in you, but also activates a deeper, more primal part of her, one that yearns for stability and reliability. You become her rock, the steady presence she can lean on when life feels unpredictable. Understand this: women are drawn to men who make them feel safe, not just in a physical sense, but emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. In a world filled with uncertainty, your consistency becomes her anchor. You are the one who will rise above the noise and provide her with a sense of security and peace. Be the man who shows her that no matter what happens, you are the constant she can rely on. This isn't just about proving strength. It's about proving to her that you understand the profound responsibility of being her protector, not just in the easy moments, but in the hardest times. This is how you become irreplaceable. It's time to act. Step up, stand firm. Your actions will speak louder than any words. Like, comment, and share if you want to be the man she can count on. Are you ready to show her that you will always protect her? If you are ready, comment, "I am ready to protect her." Sixth secret, the power of dreams. Dreams are more than just the ramblings of the subconscious. They hold profound insights into our desires, emotions, and deeper thoughts, and can be used to your advantage in relationship. Imagine for a moment telling a woman, "I dreamt about you last night." This simple yet powerful statement communicates something beyond words. It reveals that she's been on your mind, even in the quiet moments of your sleep, a detail that can foster an unexpected bond between the two of you. It's not about using dreams to manipulate or fabricate emotion, but about sharing a true, raw part of yourself that reflects how you feel in an authentic and genuine way. The power of a dream is its vulnerability. The Stoics believed in the importance of being true to oneself and embracing vulnerability as a source of strength. Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When you let your emotions surface naturally, as in the case of sharing a dream, it allows the other person to see who you truly are beneath the surface. A woman will appreciate your honesty and the openness you display by revealing that you think of her even when you're not consciously aware. This act of sharing your dreams goes beyond the superficial exchange. It establishes a connection on a deeper emotional level, showing that you trust her with your innermost thoughts. It's important to understand, however, that sharing a dream is not about creating a fabricated or exaggerated sense of intimacy. It's about being present and acknowledging the feelings you may not always articulate. Women, much like men, appreciate authenticity. By simply stating that you dreamt about her, you are offering a genuine reflection of your feelings. The significance of this is that it shows your emotions in their most unfiltered state, making the gesture far more meaningful than any overt display of affection. It brings an element of realness that people can connect with, an attribute many long for in today's world of superficial interactions. The famous Stoic philosopher Seneca also said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." When you share something as personal as a dream, you are choosing to invest your time and energy in a moment of emotional honesty, and in doing so, you strengthen the bonds of connection. This is something that many men neglect, offering emotional vulnerability in a meaningful way. While society may often tell men to suppress their emotions or to act tough, the Stoic perspective reminds us that true strength comes not from withholding our feelings, but from expressing them with clarity and purpose. In relationships, it's the small, genuine moments that make the biggest impact. By sharing something as subtle as a dream, you show that you're comfortable being vulnerable, which can be incredibly attractive. This simple act can shift the dynamic of your relationship, creating a sense of closeness that builds over time. The act of expressing how you feel, whether through words or dreams, opens the door to deeper emotional intimacy, something many men overlook in their quest for love and connection. So, next time you find yourself dreaming about someone, consider sharing that dream with them. Don't worry about sounding cliché or overly sentimental. Focus on the truth behind your words. Share it not as a tactic, but as a reflection of your genuine emotions. This small act of openness could very well be the key to a stronger, more meaningful relationship. Remember, relationships thrive on emotional transparency, and this is one powerful way to let that transparency shine. I encourage you to share your thoughts on this in the comments below. Has a dream ever had a significant impact on your relationships? Have you ever used it to get closer to someone? Let's discuss how we can harness the subtle power of dreams in our daily lives. Seventh secret, the power of a well-groomed beard. What if I told you that something as simple as growing a beard could put you in the top 1% of men when it comes to attracting women? Sounds simple, right? But it's more than just facial hair. In the world we live in today, a beard symbolizes much more than just a style choice. It's a statement. It's a mark of masculinity, maturity, and even fertility, all rolled into one. Studies have shown that women often associate bearded men with strength, protection, and the ability to provide. This isn't just about looking rugged, it's about signaling that you can be the protector, the leader, and the stable force in her life. A well-maintained beard says you care about yourself, but without being consumed by vanity. It shows that you're aware of the importance of your appearance, but have the wisdom to know that it's about balance, not obsession. In Stoic life lessons, we're taught to present ourselves in a way that aligns with virtue, and a beard, when tended to properly, can be a reflection of that. You are neither overly proud of your looks nor neglectful of your responsibilities. You're grounded yet refined. When we think of Stoicism today, we realize it's not just about enduring hardship. It's about embracing what makes you whole, what shows the world that you are self-sufficient and capable. Just like how a bearded man shows he's mature and capable, embracing Stoic principles can make you irresistible in your own right. Here's a thought to take with you. Have you ever realized how the smallest details can speak volumes about who you are? The beard may seem like a small part of your appearance, but it reflects a deeper understanding of the self. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius remind us that what we do now echoes in eternity, meaning that the effort you put into your appearance speaks to the greater effort you're making in all areas of your life. It's not about a flash of success or appearance, it's about building a lasting presence that reflects your true self, something much deeper than fleeting external validation. In this world of rapid change, those men who stand firm, those who take the time to care for themselves, are the ones who attract admiration. So if you've never considered the power of your beard, now's the time to reflect on it. You can use this small but powerful gesture to show strength and maturity, creating that sense of attraction that is timeless. Remember, a well-groomed beard doesn't just make you look good, it makes you feel good too, because it's a reflection of your inner discipline and self-respect. Now, think about how many of these simple secrets you've already heard of or maybe applied to your life. Have you ever considered how something as straightforward as a beard could put you ahead in the game? If you haven't applied this principle yet, it's time to begin. There's no shame in starting now, because the most important thing is that you begin to understand the deeper meaning behind your actions. It's not too late to apply Stoic principles into your life, from taking care of your body and mind to how you present yourself to the world. As we embrace these small details and invest in our self-development, we unlock the ability to connect with others in a way that stands the test of time. By nurturing your appearance and taking care of your mental and physical state, you're embodying the essence of what it means to live according to Stoic teachings. This is the foundation. 8th secret, the power of listening and asking thoughtful questions. In relationships, most men miss out on one of the most powerful tools they have, the ability to truly listen and ask meaningful questions. Listening is more than just hearing words. It's about understanding the underlying feelings, thoughts, and desires that are being communicated. A woman wants to feel heard, seen, and understood, not just as a partner, but as an individual. One of the most attractive qualities a man can possess is his ability to listen deeply and engage with what she's sharing. When you listen with intention and ask thoughtful, open-ended questions, it shows that you're genuinely invested in her thoughts and feelings. This simple act of deep listening creates a bond of emotional intimacy and trust that can take your relationship to new heights. Ask about her dreams, her passions, and her struggles. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." By adopting this mindset, you elevate your connection with her and make her feel valued in a way that most men don't. The depth of your conversations will reveal not only your intelligence, but also your emotional maturity. and women find this incredibly appealing. In today's fast-paced world, where distractions are endless, the ability to engage in meaningful conversations can set you apart from the crowd. Women love men who know how to listen, reflect, and offer thoughtful responses. It shows that you value their opinions and that you're not just seeking validation for yourself, but that you are focused on them as an individual. So next time you find yourself in a conversation with her, remember to listen attentively. Ask questions that show genuine interest, and be patient. This is how you truly connect. It's a simple yet profound gesture that can make all the difference in building a lasting relationship. It's not about talking more. It's about being present and engaged. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I truly hope this video has given you valuable insights and a fresh perspective on how the old Stoic wisdom can have a lasting impact on your life. It's not just about learning principles, it's about applying them daily and transforming the way you approach challenges, relationships, and even your own emotions. If you found this video helpful and believe others could benefit from it too, I encourage you to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support means everything and allows me to continue creating content that empowers you to live a stronger, more purposeful life. Plus, when you share, you help spread these teachings to those who need them most. Now, I want to hear from you. If you have any thoughts, feedback, or even questions about today's content, don't hesitate to drop a comment below. Whether you want to dive deeper into Stoicism, share your personal experiences, or just discuss how you plan to implement what we talked about, I'd love to hear your thoughts. This channel isn't just a one-way conversation. It's a community where we learn and grow together. And remember, Stoicism isn't just something you read about in books or watch in videos. It's about taking consistent action every single day. It's about being mindful of your responses, cultivating inner peace, and choosing to live with strength and wisdom in all situations. So, don't wait. Start applying what you've learned today. The changes you make now can set the foundation for a stronger, more resilient future. I'm excited to be on this journey with you. Keep striving for personal growth, keep mastering your emotions, and above all, stay true to the Stoic path. It's a lifelong journey, and I'm here to help guide you every step of the way. Until next time, stay focused, stay calm, stay strong, and take care of yourself. And don't forget, your best self is just one wise decision away. Here's a powerful secret that many men overlook. In the fast-paced world we live in, the key to winning a woman's heart and gaining her deep attraction often lies in the subtle details of your behavior. This ancient Stoic wisdom not only helps you navigate life with calm, clarity, and confidence, but also enhances your ability to read and understand the unspoken signals of attraction. If you want to stand out and make a lasting impact, it's time to master these practices. Now, moving from the philosophy to the practical, understanding the body language of a woman who is sexually attracted to you is one of the most important skills you can develop. Let's explore 21 fascinating facts that will help you recognize these powerful, often unconscious signals. 21 facts about the body language of a woman who is sexually attracted to you. Old Stoic wisdom. Knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. Welcome to Stoicism Win, where we merge timeless wisdom with practical insights to help you navigate life with clarity and purpose. Today, we're exploring 21 key body language signals that reveal when a woman is sexually attracted to you. Understanding these subtle cues can not only sharpen your awareness, but also deepen your ability to connect with confidence and authenticity. Recognizing attraction isn't just about observation, it's about mastering yourself first. The more attuned you are to your own emotions and presence, the better you'll interpret and respond to the signals around you. As you take in these insights, reflect on your own experiences. Have you noticed these cues before? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's grow in wisdom together. 1. Shrugging and lifting shoulders. A woman's body language often speaks louder than words, revealing subtle yet powerful signals of attraction. One of the most telling and instinctive gestures is the shrugging and lifting of shoulders, a movement that signifies warmth, tenderness, and unconscious affection. This gesture is deeply rooted in human nature, echoing the way a woman might cradle a baby, symbolizing a nurturing presence and an emotional openness toward the man she's interested in. More than just a reflex, the rounded shoulder lift mimics the natural curvature of the female body, subtly conveying a sense of femininity and attraction. The ancient Stoics, particularly Marcus Aurelius, emphasized the importance of observing human behavior with wisdom, understanding that much can be learned from the silent expressions of others. He once said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." When applied to relationships, this means being aware of non-verbal cues rather than seeking constant verbal confirmation. In a world dominated by digital communication, where emotions are often masked behind screens, mastering the art of reading body language gives you a distinct advantage. Practical Stoicism for daily life teaches that observation, patience, and emotional control are key to understanding others and forming deeper connections. When you notice a woman exhibiting this subtle yet telling sign of attraction, acknowledge it with quiet confidence and respect, rather than rushing into assumptions. An iron mind remains composed, responding with clarity instead of impulsiveness. Stoic principles remind us that attraction is best nurtured through calm awareness and self-assured action, not desperation or over-analysis. Instead of overthinking every movement, focus on being present, maintaining strong eye contact, and letting the connection unfold naturally. Now, let me ask you, have you ever observed this subtle sign in a woman's body language before? 2. Swaying hips more than usual. When it comes to body language, a woman's movements reveal much more than her words could ever express, and the sway of her hips is one of the most telling signs. You see, when a woman is attracted to you, her body instinctively tells the story, long before her lips ever do. Pay attention when a woman walks past you, especially if she's aware of your gaze. If her hips sway more than usual, it's no accident. It's an age-old signal, deeply rooted in human nature. Her movements, exaggerated or deliberate, are a subconscious invitation, an ancient dance of attraction meant to capture your attention. Ludwig Wittgenstein famously said, "The human body is the best picture of the human soul." And this couldn't be truer. A woman's body language speaks her desires long before she ever articulates them. However, many men overlook these signs or, worse, doubt their ability to interpret them. You must train yourself to see the world for what it truly is, not how you wish it to be. As Epictetus taught, observe without emotional attachment, embracing human nature in its rawest form. The swaying of her hips isn't merely an innocent gesture, it's a form of communication, a message being sent directly to you. The question is, are you paying attention? But here's a crucial point. Don't react like a desperate man. Remember, a king never begs for the attention of a queen. A true king stands firm, rooted in his strength, knowing that attraction flows naturally to strength. This is where Stoicism can be a guiding force, separating the weak from the powerful. In this modern world, it's easy to be consumed by every signal, to chase after validation. But a true Stoic knows better. You don't chase after attraction, you draw it to you. You don't stumble over every signal, trying to decode meaning like a lost man. Instead, you move with certainty and poise, recognizing the cues but never letting them define your actions. You're already in control. The man who masters his mind masters his destiny. So, when you notice the swaying hips, the prolonged eye contact, the lingering smile, acknowledge them, but never become a slave to them. Remember, you are the prize in the equation. Now, consider how you react to these signs. Do you overanalyze and second-guess yourself into inaction? Or do you embrace the awareness taught by Stoicism, a mindset that allows you to observe, understand, and respond from a position of strength. Every interaction you have is a test of your self-mastery, an opportunity to refine your perception of the world around you. The men who succeed are those who see clearly, who act decisively, and who never lose themselves in uncertainty. You must recognize that true power lies in clarity of thought and control over your emotions. The world belongs to men who can rise above doubt and act with purpose. So ask yourself, do you control your mind, or does your mind control you? When you master your thoughts and your reactions, you hold the power to shape your own destiny. Leave a comment below. I control my mind. I control my destiny. Let's see who truly understands what it means to be powerful. 3. Looking at your lips. When a woman is sexually attracted to you, one of the most revealing yet subtle signs is her focus on your lips. This is not mere coincidence, but an unconscious act deeply embedded in human nature and evolutionary psychology. Her lingering gaze isn't just about curiosity, it's an instinctive gesture signaling her attraction, a silent yet powerful language of desire. You may also notice her lips subtly parting, her tongue wetting them occasionally, or even a gentle bite on her lower lip. Actions designed to capture your attention in a way that words never could. These are primal, non-verbal cues of interest, woven into the very fabric of human interaction. Picture a casual conversation over coffee with a woman who frequently glances at your lips. Each time you speak, her eyes flicker down, as if drawn magnetically. This small yet potent detail is a reflection of her deeper interest, a subconscious invitation signaling a level of intimacy that transcends spoken language. In the realm of practical Stoicism for daily life, observing such cues without becoming emotionally swayed is a mark of an iron mind. A Stoic man does not allow external validation or fleeting moments of attraction to control his inner state. Instead, he sees these interactions as opportunities to deepen his understanding of human nature, responding with awareness rather than impulsive reaction. Recognizing these signals is not about manipulation or feeding one's ego. Rather, it is about refining your social intelligence, understanding human behavior, and maintaining a composed and self-assured demeanor. In modern relationships, many men overlook these subtle yet revealing cues, either due to self-doubt or distraction. However, when you cultivate the Stoic principle of mindful observation, you sharpen your ability to engage with others meaningfully while staying centered in your own path. Whether in dating, business, or daily interactions, the ability to read non-verbal communication enhances your influence and presence. Imagine a scenario where you find yourself caught in a conversation where these signals appear. Do you respond with self-awareness, maintaining your composure, or do you let emotions dictate your actions? A true Stoic neither overestimates nor disregards such signs, but interprets them with wisdom and balance. Attraction is often silent, but deeply expressive, and understanding these nuances allows you to navigate relationships with greater confidence and clarity. Mastering the ability to read and respond to nonverbal cues without letting them dictate your emotions leads to deeper connections and more meaningful interactions. As Seneca said, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." Every social interaction is an opportunity for growth, a moment to refine your perception, and a test of your ability to remain grounded in your own worth. 4. Touching up makeup. When a woman excuses herself during a date and returns with freshly applied lipstick, it's not just a simple act of beautification. It is a deliberate move to present herself in the best light, signaling her desire to be noticed by you. This seemingly small action speaks volumes about her interest in you, a clear message that she wants to make a positive, lasting impression. As Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts," and understanding the subtle language of body cues can profoundly impact your social interactions. Touching up makeup, particularly lipstick, is not simply about conforming to societal beauty standards. It's an active sign that she is investing effort into looking her best for you. It is a reflection of her emotional investment, a visual signal of her attraction, and engagement in the moment. In a world dominated by fleeting digital connections, paying attention to these physical cues in real life can set you apart and deepen your understanding of the dynamics between you and the people around you. In relationships, whether romantic or otherwise, it's vital to recognize these gestures and respond accordingly, demonstrating that you too value the effort and emotional energy being invested. This awareness of body language is a powerful tool in modern life, one that speaks volumes beyond words. If you want to build stronger, more meaningful connections, don't overlook these signs. Pay attention, appreciate the effort, and most importantly, reflect that same level of care and attention back. When you do, you'll become someone others are eager to connect with. Recognizing these signals not only enhances your ability to navigate relationship, but also allows you to truly understand the deeper emotions at play. So, the next time a woman touches up her makeup in your presence, know that it's a clear signal of attraction, a sign that she wants you to see her in her best light. And it's up to you to respond with equal attention and appreciation. The choice is yours. Will you acknowledge the signals or let them slip away unnoticed? Your future connections depend on the choices you make in these moments. Embrace them, and the rewards will follow. 5. Tossing her head back to expose her armpit. One of the subtle yet powerful signs of a woman's sexual attraction is the act of tossing her head back, allowing her hair to cascade over her shoulders or exposing the nape of her neck and armpit. This seemingly effortless gesture is far more than just a habit. It is a primal signal rooted in human instinct. Even women with short hair unconsciously perform this movement, revealing one of nature's most intriguing non-verbal cues. According to body language experts, this motion serves a dual function. First, it draws attention to the exposed areas where pheromones, those invisible chemical messengers, are subtly released, creating an unspoken but powerful form of attraction. Second, it conveys openness, confidence, and a desire to be noticed by the person she is drawn to. Have you ever been inexplicably drawn to someone without understanding why? Was it something they said, or was it their presence, their subtle movements, their aura of confidence? This is where practical Stoicism comes into play. It teaches us to be keen observers of reality, stripping away our assumptions and truly understanding what is happening in the moment. In the fast-paced modern world, we often miss these cues, too absorbed in digital screens or personal worries to notice the intricate dance of human connection happening right before our eyes. The Stoic rules encourage us to live with awareness, to see things clearly, and to act with wisdom rather than impulse. Attraction, at its core, is an interplay of both biological instinct and the cultivated wisdom of social interaction. By sharpening our understanding of body language, we gain more than just insights into attraction. We develop a deeper ability to read the emotions, intentions, and unspoken truths of those around us. Whether in business, friendships, or romance, mastering the paths of wisdom in nonverbal communication allows us to connect on a level beyond words. It's about presence, about truly seeing what is in front of us, rather than being lost in assumptions or self-doubt. Marcus Aurelius, a beacon of practical Stoicism, wisely stated, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." Applying this principle, we must train ourselves to see attraction and connection, not as mysterious forces, but as observable, understandable, and navigable aspects of human interaction. If you have recognized these signs before, comment yes. If you often miss them, comment no. And if you occasionally notice but aren't always sure, comment sometimes. Awareness is the first step to mastering social dynamics. The more attuned we become to the nonverbal cues around us, the more confident, composed, and socially skilled we become, not just in attraction, but in all areas of life. 6. Stroking her purse. There's a subtle yet powerful signal that many men overlook, yet it plays a significant role in how women express their attraction. Imagine this. You're having a casual conversation with a woman, and she gently strokes her purse. At first glance, this might seem like an insignificant action, but it carries deeper meaning. It's a non-verbal cue that she might be feeling a connection to you, or at the very least, she's comfortable in your presence. Sometimes, she might even hand her purse to you, asking you to hold it or retrieve something inside. This seemingly simple gesture is a way of inviting you into her personal space, showing a level of trust and openness that is often overlooked. It's an act that says, "I'm letting you in," and that's a powerful sign of attraction. However, pay close attention to the reverse of this scenario. If she moves her purse away or pulls it closer to herself, that's a strong signal of emotional distance. It may mean that she's not comfortable or doesn't feel the connection that you're hoping for. This is where the real value lies, in understanding body language and learning to read these subtle signs. A woman's actions often speak louder than words, and recognizing when she's physically distancing herself can help you avoid missteps in your approach. Now, let's explore a deeper layer of this dynamic. What if she consistently places her purse near you or even within your reach? This isn't by chance. Women often use objects to express their emotional state or level of comfort with a person. Her purse is, in many ways, an extension of herself. By positioning it close to you, she's not just keeping her belongings nearby, she's indicating that she feels safe, comfortable, and open to interaction. It's a subtle, yet meaningful sign that she desires your proximity and is willing to engage on a deeper level. When you recognize this kind of behavior, it allows you to respond in a way that respects her signals and deepens your connection. This is where Stoicism can truly guide you. The Stoic principle of empathy teaches us to tune into the emotions and signals of others without letting our own biases or impulses get in the way. By being mindful of these nonverbal cues, you demonstrate a level of emotional intelligence that resonates with others, particularly women who are seeking genuine connection and understanding. Remember, attraction isn't always verbal, it's often unspoken. In Stoic philosophy, we emphasize understanding the world and others without being swayed by immediate reactions or emotions. The key here is to remain calm, composed, and observant, responding thoughtfully rather than impulsively. When you notice a woman's purse moving closer to you, take that as an invitation to show kindness, respect, and attentiveness. Your response should reflect the Stoic virtues of patience and understanding, creating an environment where she feels valued and safe. This small action, stroking her purse or positioning it near you, can reveal a lot about how she feels and what she desires in that moment. By becoming attuned to these subtle cues, you position yourself to engage in a more meaningful, respectful interaction. This is where real attraction begins, in understanding the unspoken signals and responding in a way that honors both her comfort and your own emotional intelligence. So the next time you find yourself in a conversation with a woman, keep an eye on her purse. It's not just an accessory, it's a symbol of something much more significant, an invitation to understand her, and an opportunity for you to embody Stoic wisdom in action. As you consider these cues and the importance of recognizing nonverbal communication, take a moment to reflect on how well you are attuned to the subtle signals in your own interactions. What other small actions might you be overlooking? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. 7. Raising her eyebrows and lowering her eyelids. A woman's body language speaks volumes, a language of silent cues that resonate deeply for the man who is attuned to its subtlety. One of the most powerful signals she gives is the raising of her eyebrows while simultaneously lowering her eyelids. This isn't a casual gesture. It's a deliberate, instinctive act embedded in her very nature. When a woman offers you this glance, half shy, half seductive, it's an unmistakable sign of her attraction. This look is primal, deeply rooted in nature's way of expressing interest, desire, and a silent invitation to connect. It's akin to the expression she wears in moments of intense pleasure, revealing an unspoken truth that transcends words. It's the quiet whisper of her heart, an invitation to her inner world, one that only the perceptive can hear. Unfortunately, too many men are blind to these signals. They move through life, interactions fraught with doubt, missing the nuances that could unlock deeper understanding. They focus on words, waiting for explicit declarations, but miss the silent truths hidden in her body language. Epictetus, the ancient Stoic philosopher, wisely said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This profound insight isn't just about hearing, it's about observing. A man who masters observation doesn't need words to tell him the truth. In the realm of body language, there's no room for deception. Her slight, almost imperceptible gestures, the flicker of her lashes, the way her gaze lingers just a fraction longer than usual, these are the signals she sends. These actions, as subtle as they might seem, speak volumes if you're aware enough to recognize them. What many men fail to realize is that true power doesn't come from seeking validation or approval from others. A king doesn't plead for his queen's attention. Instead, he moves with quiet confidence, knowing that his presence speaks louder than words ever could. The woman who feels the pull of his presence doesn't need to be begged for her attention. She's drawn to him because he is aware, perceptive, and confident in himself. A king doesn't chase. He moves with purpose, and those around him follow. The choice is yours. Remain blind to these truths, or open your eyes to the reality of the signals that are being sent to you every day. In today's world, this principle is no less relevant. Modern life, with its distractions and noise, often drowns out these silent communications. But in moments of stillness, when you choose to observe rather than react, you'll see the signs she gives you. When you stop chasing validation and start owning your presence, you'll realize that the true power in relationships comes from understanding what is unsaid. Like the Stoics, who taught the importance of self-mastery and awareness, you must develop the ability to read the silent language of the body. This awareness will give you control, not just over your interactions, but over your destiny itself. So ask yourself, are you truly paying attention to the signals that surround you? Or are you so lost in your doubts and insecurities that you miss the truth right before your eyes? Remember, awareness is power. When you understand the silent language of attraction, you can control how you respond. In this awareness, you'll find your strength that leads to confidence, control, and ultimately, mastery over your fate. A man who sees the truth of a woman's body language doesn't need to chase her approval. Instead, he moves through life with the calm assurance of a king, knowing that his presence speaks louder than anything he could ever say. So I challenge you, are you ready to see? 8. Walking or sitting with a limp wrist. When a woman walks or sits with a limp wrist, it may seem like a minor detail, but in the intricate dance of human attraction, it speaks volumes. This subtle gesture, often seen in moments of seduction, conveys a sense of openness, receptivity, and a willingness to be led. It taps into a deep psychological interplay where men instinctively recognize and respond to signals of softness and approachability. This isn't merely about physical attraction. It connects to a broader understanding of social and relational dynamics. As Stoicism teaches, true wisdom lies in recognizing the deeper meanings behind everyday behaviors, aligning our awareness with the natural flow of human interaction. Seneca once said, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." In the realm of attraction, opportunity often lies in the ability to perceive what is unspoken. Imagine sitting at a coffee shop, observing a woman lightly resting her wrist on the table's edge while engaged in conversation. Her body language is relaxed, subtly inviting connection, radiating an unforced energy that naturally draws attention. This is not a sign of weakness, but a deliberate expression of comfort and availability, one that mirrors the way successful individuals balance assertiveness with approachability. Many powerful figures, despite their dominance in their professional lives, understand when to soften their demeanor in personal settings to create trust and intimacy. This duality is what makes relationships dynamic and fulfilling. Practical Stoicism reminds us that being attuned to such nuances is part of mastering our interactions, as awareness of nonverbal cues allows us to navigate relationships with wisdom and intention. In modern life, where digital communication often overshadows face-to-face interaction, learning to read these subtle signals can give us an edge in forming genuine connections. Epictetus advised, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This wisdom extends to body language. Observing and interpreting non-verbal gestures enhances our understanding of attraction and human connection. The limp wrist gesture, while seemingly insignificant, is a reminder that small details shape the grand picture of interaction. By applying Stoic rules in our daily lives, we gain a greater sense of control, responding wisely rather than impulsively. Have you ever misread or overlooked an unspoken cue? Yes or no? Let's share with me. 9. Caressing her knees. When a woman caresses her knees, it's not just a random gesture, it speaks volumes. You might think it's subtle or unconscious, but it's actually a significant non-verbal cue that reveals much about her feelings and intentions. Picture this. You're sitting across from her, and she casually touches or caresses her knees. At first glance, it may seem like a harmless or absent-minded act, but don't be fooled. It's a powerful signal of attraction. The truth is, she might not even realize she's doing it, which makes it even more telling. This simple, seemingly innocent gesture often symbolizes a desire to bridge the gap between you two, a silent yearning for closeness. It's as if she's sending an invitation without uttering a single word, a longing for connection that goes beyond mere conversation. Her touching her knees can be seen as an unspoken wish to touch yours, to close that invisible barrier and feel the intimacy that words alone can't convey. Remember, body language is the truest form of communication. It speaks louder than anything verbal, often telling you things that words cannot. Think about it. How often do we miss these subtle clues in modern life because we're too focused on the surface? Understanding these signs can revolutionize how you perceive relationships and attraction. Embrace the ancient wisdom of the Stoics here. They believed that by mastering our perceptions and emotions, we could live with clarity and power. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." In other words, it's not about reacting impulsively to signals, but observing, reflecting, and responding with wisdom. These cues, these signs of interest, are meant to be noticed and interpreted thoughtfully. So how will you use this insight in your interactions? Can you see how adopting a Stoic mindset helps you notice what others might overlook and gives you the power to respond with control and confidence? By embracing this wisdom, you not only become more aware of the signals women send, but also more grounded in how you choose to engage with them. You'll become a master of your own actions, gaining deeper connections and building relationships that are rooted in mutual respect and understanding. Reflect on these insights, how they can help you navigate your own relationships, how they can give you the edge in understanding people on a deeper level. Like, comment, and subscribe if you believe that mastering body language can elevate your connections and make you a more powerful presence in every room. 10. Exposing the underside of her wrists. In the intricate dance of human interaction, one of the most fascinating and telling indicators of attraction is the gradual exposure of the soft, delicate underside of a woman's wrists. This seemingly simple gesture often goes unnoticed, but it's one of those subtle, unconscious signs that speak volumes about vulnerability and trust. It's not something that's necessarily intended. Rather, it's a natural and instinctual action, revealing openness in a way words cannot capture. As men, we are often caught up in the surface-level drama of life, but when we slow down and observe, we uncover deeper truths. Stoicism, with its emphasis on clarity of thought and observation, guides us to do just that. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." By applying this profound Stoic principle, we can approach the dynamics of attraction and human connection with a clearer, more discerning mind. The exposure of a woman's wrists is more than a casual gesture. It's a signal of trust, a willingness to let her guard down. It's in these moments that we see Stoic wisdom reflected in real-life actions, when we embrace truth and authenticity in our interactions. In the world of relationships, we often overlook such small gestures, yet these subtle clues carry immense weight. They show her comfort, her interest, and her readiness to connect on a deeper level. The idea of letting down one's guard ties perfectly into the Stoic mindset, where we must remain present, calm, and aware, rather than reactive. Like the ancient Stoics, we need to train ourselves to observe life's nuances, understanding the language of attraction in its most basic, authentic form. In our modern, fast-paced lives, it's easy to miss these fleeting moments, but when we take a moment to pause and reflect, we see that such actions are anything but trivial. A woman revealing the underside of her wrist is like a quiet declaration that she trusts you, that she feels safe enough to let her vulnerability shine through. It's not something she's doing consciously. It's simply a natural reflection of her feelings, a silent communication of openness and warmth. When we see these signs, we are not meant to react hastily or impulsively. Instead, we should approach them with the calm, reflective attitude that Stoicism teaches, acknowledging these moments for what they are without rushing to judgment or action. One of the key tenets of Stoic philosophy is that we should approach life with a sense of detached observation, particularly when it comes to our relationships. In this case, the slow revelation of a woman's wrists is not something we should overlook or dismiss. Instead, it's a sign of intimacy, a deeper connection being formed. This aligns with the Stoic approach of understanding the world around us. Without being swayed by fleeting emotions, we don't need to chase after these moments or force them. By being mindful, we become more attuned to the signals around us, which can enrich our interactions and lead to more genuine, meaningful connections. In the context of attraction and relationships, recognizing the simple yet profound act of a woman exposing the underside of her wrists is a crucial step in cultivating a deeper understanding of those around us. This is where Stoic philosophy and human interaction meet, where wisdom and emotional intelligence work together to create stronger, more authentic bonds. It's not just about noticing the physical act itself. It's about understanding the deeper message being communicated, the trust, the openness, and the potential for a genuine connection. In a world where we often rush through life, it's moments like these that remind us to slow down, observe carefully, and appreciate the subtle beauty in human connection. By applying Stoic principles to these everyday interactions, we are able to lead with intention and awareness. Just as Stoicism teaches us to live with virtue and purpose, so too can we approach relationships with patience, understanding, and respect for the small yet significant gestures that signal attraction and interest. The beauty of Stoicism lies not in grand gestures or dramatic actions, but in the ability to notice and appreciate life's small, meaningful moments. By doing so, we build stronger connections, foster trust, and create relationships that are rooted in authenticity and mutual respect. As you move forward, remember that these subtle signals, the exposure of a woman's wrists, are not mere trivialities. They are opportunities to practice patience, to observe, and to build deeper connections based on trust and understanding. So next time you find yourself in such a moment, take a breath, observe carefully, and allow Stoic wisdom to guide your response. Let it remind you that the path to true connection often lies in the smallest of gestures, and in embracing these moments, you cultivate a life full of wisdom, virtue, and meaningful relationships. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Have you noticed these subtle signs in your own interactions? How do you think Stoicism can help you better understand and respond to them? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I look forward to hearing from you. 11. Cross your legs. Crossing your legs is a classic and seductive move commonly seen in women, especially when they wear short skirts, shorts, or tight leggings. This gesture is both discreet and revealing, making it one of the most seductive body language signals a woman can display. It's a subtle but intentional way to draw attention to her legs, and it says a lot about how comfortable and attractive she feels. But in addition to physical charm, there is also a complex psychology here. When a woman crosses her legs, She may be signaling her openness to closer interactions while still maintaining a degree of modesty and self-control. This balance between vulnerability and restraint can be extremely seductive. But how do we apply this knowledge in practice? One way is to interact with people displaying these signs in a respectful and sincere way. Ask yourself, what does her body language tell you about her state of mind and emotions? Do you respond to her interest with equal care and respect? If yes, comment 1. Otherwise, comment 2. This self-awareness and concern for the comfort and care of others align with Stoic happiness, which emphasizes harmony and mutual respect in relationship. 12. Stroking her thigh or neck. One significant indicator, which brings us to our 12th point, is when a woman sensually strokes her thigh, neck, or collarbone. This seemingly simple action holds deeper meaning and potential. If you notice her doing this, it's a clear sign that she's feeling a heightened level of attraction towards you. This gesture is an invitation, suggesting that if you respond correctly, she is open to reciprocating that touch. It's essential to understand that women have a higher density of sensory nerves compared to men, making them more sensitive to physical touch. This sensitivity is not just physical, but also emotional, making their touch a powerful form of communication. Have you ever wondered how these small gestures can communicate so much more than words? When you observe a woman gently stroking her neck, think of it as her way of inviting you into her personal space, signaling comfort and attraction. This action is often accompanied by other signs of interest, such as sustained eye contact, smiling, or leaning in closer during the conversation. It's crucial to be attentive to these cues as they collectively form a clearer picture of her feelings towards you. By understanding and responding to these signals appropriately, you can foster a deeper connection and mutual understanding. This approach aligns with the principles of Stoicism, which emphasize awareness, empathy, and emotional intelligence. Incorporating a wise Stoic attitude means you are confident yet respectful, making you more appealing and trustworthy in her eyes. When a woman sensually strokes her thigh or neck, it's a clear signal of attraction. Responding with a Stoic mindset ensures that you approach these situations with calmness and respect, ultimately leading to more meaningful connections. 13. Stroking phallic-shaped objects. One particular sign, number 13 on our list, involves the act of stroking objects. This might include cigarettes, the edge of a wine glass, an earring, or any phallic-shaped object. This seemingly innocent gesture is a powerful unconscious sign of what might be going through a woman's mind. Stroking these objects can be a manifestation of a woman's inner thoughts and feelings being projected onto external objects. Psychologists assert that such actions are often an unconscious reflection of internal states, indicating a level of sexual attraction. When you notice a woman engaging in this behavior, it's essential to understand that it could be her way of communicating interest without verbalizing it. This subtlety in body language aligns with the Stoic principle of observing the world with a calm and discerning mind, allowing us to see beyond the obvious and understand deeper truths. The act of a woman stroking objects like cigarettes or the edge of a wine glass is more than a mere habit. It is a profound indicator of her internal state. 14. Twirling her hair. Number 14 on our list involves a classic, almost timeless gesture, twirling a lock of hair. This simple action can be incredibly revealing if you know what to look for. When a woman wants to catch a man's attention, she might gently curl a lock of her hair around her fingers, or even put it in her mouth. But here's the critical nuance. This gesture is seductive only when performed openly, with the arm and hand moving gracefully, and the end of the lock entering the mouth softly, without being bitten. If the movement is hidden, or the hair is bitten, it typically signals boredom rather than attraction. In conclusion, the way a woman twirls her hair can tell you a lot about her feelings and intentions. By paying attention to the details of this gesture, you can gain valuable insights into her level of interest and attraction. This understanding contributes to a greater sense of Stoic happiness, as it helps you navigate the complexities of human interaction with more confidence and clarity. 15. Placing one leg under the other. Let's delve into another attractive aspect of body language. Imagine you are talking to a woman, and she cleverly moves to put one foot under the other. This movement may seem trivial, but it carries important meaning. By adopting this relaxed posture, she not only signals her comfort around you, but also eliminates any formality during the interaction. Furthermore, this position gives her the opportunity to expose her thighs, a subtle yet powerful gesture that shows she finds you interesting. Exposing her thighs isn't simply about showing physical attractiveness, it's about being open and vulnerable. It's her way of showing that she's comfortable enough to let her guard down around you. Have you ever noticed how our body language often betrays our true feelings before our words? If you think this is true, comment true, because this is a perfect example of that phenomenon. When a woman moves into this more comfortable position, it is an invitation to connect on a deeper level. She is subtly telling you that she is interested and open to more intimate interactions. 16. Rocking her shoe on her toe. One fascinating yet often overlooked gesture is the rocking of a shoe on the toe. This action, which involves a woman gently slipping her foot in and out of her shoe, is laden with meaning. It communicates a high level of comfort and relaxation in your presence. Moreover, it carries an undercurrent of sexual innuendo, akin to the phallic symbolism of inserting and removing the foot. This gesture is not merely about comfort. It is a non-verbal way of saying, I am comfortable with you, and perhaps I am open to more intimate encounters. Recognizing this while staying true to Stoic values enhances your social interactions and personal growth. 17. Holding a gaze with slightly lowered eyelids. When a woman holds a man's gaze with slightly lowered eyelids, allowing the connection to linger just long enough before looking away, this creates a captivating dynamic. This silent communication is an unspoken acknowledgement of mutual interest. The slight lowering of the eyelids adds a layer of vulnerability and intimacy, inviting you into her world. Next time, try to be more mindful of these subtle cues. Look for the lowered eyelids, the held gaze, and the quick glance away. Engage with the world around you with a sharper eye and a deeper understanding of the silent conversations happening in every encounter. In conclusion, the lesson here is clear. Pay attention to the unspoken signals. They are everywhere, woven into our daily interactions. By honing your ability to recognize these signs, you open yourself up to richer, more meaningful connections. 18. Plucking her eyebrows. When a woman plucks her eyebrows above her forehead, it can seem like a small, inconsequential action. However, this gesture carries significant meaning when it comes to body language, especially in the context of sexual attraction. By engaging in this act, a woman may unconsciously be making herself appear more defensive, which paradoxically can be quite seductive. This is because such a gesture can trigger the release of hormones in a man's brain that are closely associated with protection and defense. Essentially, the act of plucking eyebrows can signal to a man that the woman is vulnerable or in need of protection, which can be incredibly alluring. You might be wondering, how can something as simple as eyebrow grooming have such a profound impact? Well, it's all about the subtle cues we send and receive without even realizing it. Our brains are wired to pick up on these minute signals, and they can evoke powerful emotional responses. As the renowned philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." In this case, a woman's subtle grooming habits can elicit a reaction in a man that aligns with his instinctual desire to protect, thus enhancing his attraction to her. So the next time you find yourself in a social setting, take a moment to observe the body language around you. Pay attention to those subtle gestures like eyebrow grooming that might otherwise go unnoticed. How can understanding these cues help you in your personal interactions? This awareness is not about manipulation, but about enhancing your social acumen and empathy. 19. Gathering her hair into a ponytail or bun. To captivate a man's attention, a woman might gather her hair and lift it into a ponytail or bun. This seemingly simple gesture reveals more than just a preference for a different hairstyle. It unveils the delicate and vulnerable skin on the back of her neck, an area typically concealed. This act of exposing a more hidden part of herself is inherently attractive, as it demonstrates a blend of vulnerability and openness. It suggests a willingness to be seen and known, to drop the defenses that often guard us in daily interactions. This gesture, rich with implication, is a subtle but powerful form of communication that signals interest and a certain level of submissiveness, creating a potent dynamic between two individuals. So next time you notice a woman lifting her hair into a ponytail or bun, recognize the layers of communication embedded in that simple act. It's an invitation to engage more deeply, to see beyond the surface, and to appreciate the vulnerability being shared. By integrating Stoic life lessons and understanding what Stoicism is, we can navigate these interactions with grace and wisdom, ensuring that we respond in ways that build trust and intimacy. In this way, we honor the ancient teachings while applying them to the complexities of modern relationships, making our lives richer and more connected. 20. Touching her neck. The neck holds a special allure as one of the most sensitive and erogenous zones of a woman, often becoming a subtle yet powerful signal of sexual attraction. Touching or exposing the neck can draw a man's attention almost instantly. But why is this so effective? The answer lies in both biological and social factors. Men are instinctively drawn to the soft, smooth skin of a woman's neck, which is often considered an indicator of youth and vitality. In many social settings, the neck is one of the few areas a woman can reveal without appearing too forward, making it an acceptable yet tantalizing display of attraction. The neck's allure isn't just about physical attraction, it's intertwined with deeper, more instinctual responses. A bare neck can signal vulnerability and trust, inviting others to come closer, both physically and emotionally. In conclusion, the sensitivity and exposure of the neck play a significant role in the non-verbal communication of attraction. By understanding and observing these cues, you can gain valuable insights into a woman's interest, allowing you to respond thoughtfully and appropriately. This not only deepens your interactions, but also aligns with the Stoic principles of mindful observation and emotional resilience. Remember, every interaction is an opportunity to practice Stoicism today, fostering deeper connections and enhancing your Stoic happiness in a world full of fleeting moments and superficial exchanges. 21. Turning her knees and legs towards the man she's interested in. Let's delve into one of the more telling gestures. A woman turning her knees and legs towards you, forming a triangle of personal space. This seemingly simple act holds significant meaning. It's not just a random movement, but a deliberate signal of her interest and focus on you. The orientation of her legs is not just about comfort. It's a clear indicator that she is tuning out distractions and emphasizing her attraction. This positioning creates a kind of invisible barrier, subtly warding off other potential suitors and declaring, "You are the person I'm interested in, and no one else." Such nuances in body language can be likened to the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, where actions often speak louder than words. In conclusion, the act of a woman turning her knees and legs towards you is a powerful indicator of her attraction and focus. It's a physical manifestation of her interest, aligned with the Stoic practice of reading between the lines and understanding the deeper meanings behind actions. As we wrap up today's video on the 21 body language signs of a woman who is sexually attracted to you, I hope you've gained valuable insights into recognizing and understanding these subtle cues. Attraction isn't just about words, it's about energy, confidence, and awareness. When you learn to read these signals, you step into every interaction with clarity and purpose. But remember, True strength comes from self-mastery. A Stoic man doesn't chase. He observes, understands, and acts with intention. If you found this content helpful, drop a comment below and share your thoughts. Don't know what to comment? Just write, "I dare," to let me know you made it to the end. And if you haven't subscribed to Stoicism Win yet, now's the perfect time to join our community of strong, self-aware men. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay strong, stay sharp, and keep growing, warrior.